What's good, goobers? It's me, Nick. A lot of you guys know me as the guy who makes cursed builds, such as these things behind me.
Oh my god!
I get asked how I make these a lot. So today, I'm going to be teaching you how to make cursed builds just like me. I'm going to be talking about some tips and things that I like to do, also some things that I do not recommend doing, and show you basically everything that I do to make builds look cursed. But with that said, let's get on with the video. Alright, so I have some examples over here, and as you can see, they all look pretty goofy looking and kind of cursed. Something that you might have noticed is that most of these builds have their mouths open and they have teeth. That's one of the things that is very important when you're making a cursed build. There's a lot of different things that you can use for teeth, such as maybe a prop, pipes, slabs, slopes. It's really up to you. One of my favorites though is the Santa block. Now, you probably don't understand what this could be used for, but I'm going to show you how cursed this can look. So the first thing you're going to want to do is place down a 2x4 wood block. Then you're going to want to go 2 blocks above this and place another one. Break that block. Now that you have this, you can put like anything on the side. Just put that there. This is when your Santa block comes in. I'm going to paint this pink and bring it to the back. Put one facing that way and the other one facing that way. And then you just copy that again. Then what you're going to want to do is grab another one of these and make it face that way. Do that some more times. And that's the bottom jaw. Now you're going to want to do the top one. You do the same thing, just upside down. There we go. Then sometimes what I like to do is grab another 2x4, paint it red, and use that as the tongue. Now we're going to go around the other side, and this is what it should look like. Maybe add a slope or two, paint it red, add some eyes, and there we go. So you can see that we use the top of the hat as kind of like the teeth and the gums, and then use this block as the tongue, use the pumpkin as the eyes. So you can see that we used a bunch of different blocks to make it look like stuff that it's actually not. And this isn't just good for cursed stuff. If you look closely, a bunch of BAM maps use the same type of technique. They get different props, different blocks, anything that looks like what they're trying to make, and use them. You can actually see that I used this same teeth design for this McDonald's Happy Meal. And I also used the same block for the eyes, which goes into the next thing I'm going to be talking about. Eyes are a very important part of making a cursed build. It's one of the only ways to show emotion. I like to use pumpkins a lot for the eyes, just because I think that they look most like actual eyes. I know that my friend Airfax uses the speakers for his cursed build, so it's really up to you to use whatever you want. I made 3 more copies of this guy to show you how different blocks look as eyes. I use the normal pumpkin blocks for this guy, but if we change it with the big stuffed ones, he looks way more crazy. And we could even make it look weirder if we made one eye big and the other one small. Now it looks really cursed. Or you could use this block to give it a kind of different look. Or maybe you want to use the actual eye block to give it a direction where it's looking. You see, behind me it looks kind of cross-eyed, but if I just rotate it, now it looks like it's looking over there. Or maybe you want to use the speakers like my friend Airfax. What I'm trying to get at here is be as creative as you want. The crazier, the better. Another tip that I have is try to avoid making the eyes white. It looks so much funnier if you make it any different color. You could do like oranges, greens, or even like glowing colors. Just try to make it as cursed as possible. The last thing that we're going to talk about is randomness. If you look at my builds, you might know what I mean. They have drool, boogers, goofy looking mustaches, a bunch of random stuff. And that helps with the cursed look. If I just make like an average smiley face, does that look cursed? Maybe a little bit, but not a lot. But if I add a booger, maybe some drool, spaced out eyes, a goofy mustache, and a unibrow, then it starts to look pretty weird. Try to put a lot of detail. If I removed all of the randomness of this mushroom, it just looked like a plain old mushroom and wouldn't be cursed at all. You really want to use your creativity when building stuff like this. Well, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys learned something. And if you make a video on building something cursed, make sure to tag me. I'd love to see what you guys think of. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that stuff. It really helps me out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.